starting the run. Okay, now we're starting the run. So yeah, Futurerunner is gonna be a little. We are gonna be a little behind of his commentary, so that's why I'm commentating now. Okay, so we're starting the game. Luckily, this game allows us to skip cutscenes. So there are not a lot of cutscenes that we have to watch in this game. And the movement in this game is pretty cool. First of all, the um, fastest movement on the ground is rolling. But something that this game has, and it's kind of annoying, is that most of the actions you can do in this game, you can do it with controller inputs, right? And but most of the time they are better if you use motion controllers. And rolling is one of them, so you constantly have to shake your controller when you're rolling because it's faster. So that's kind of annoying, but it's okay. And rolling is really fast. It's way faster than just running or long jumping. And right now, here's like the gimmick of the game is that you can capture a lot of things, uh, living beings sometimes, like this frog. This is kind of like the tutorial part of the game where they teach you that you can catch a lot of things and they have different abilities. Here, oh, that was a good climb. That's the more difficult that it looks. And now this guy, I don't remember the name of the bosses. Honestly, they're not very memorable, and they're very easy. And they're very simple. They don't matter that much. At least this one was pretty easy. And now we get out of Cap Kingdom, which we're only here for a while, like to get the tutorial. And now the game starts. Now we go to uh, I think it's Cascade Kingdom. I'm forgetting the names of the kingdoms. So this game is divided into different kingdoms, which is basically different worlds. And every world, think of it as in Mario 64 or Mario Sunshine or any other 3D Mario. But you can get uh, everything that is available. You can get it in any order, basically, and you don't get thrown out of the stage. Also, there are moons in this game, not stars. You might hear me say star sometimes because I'm accustomed to say stars. So there are some story stars. I mean moons like this one. You need to grab this one specifically to low down the bridge and get to the other section of the world. But now there are a lot of moons available. Well, there are not a lot right now in this world. More get available later in the game, but you need like the requirements for each world is basically get a certain number of moons. For Cascade Kingdom, it's 5. We already have one. Okay, here we do a skip. Like you get with the dinosaur and get to the top of this mountain. Usually you get to have to do like a 2D section and and climb out. I climb up there. It's slower. If you do it this way with the dinosaur, it's super fast, and it's not that difficult actually. And now the boss fight, super easy. And as I was mentioning, I don't remember what was I mentioning. Oh yeah, like you need a certain number of moons in each level, but like you don't necessarily you can grab any moons in the level that you can find. There are no restriction. Like the story moons are not important for progression. You only need um like just the number. So that's pretty cool because grabbing the story moons is a little slower. So this opens up routing possibilities for this game. That's what I like about this game when it came out. Like you don't actually need to complete like the story moons, so you can completely ignore them in some of them, in some of the worlds, because they are slow usually, because they are out of the way, because of the because of the animation that they give you. Sometimes it's good, like this one. Well, there are not a lot of moons here, but this one, since some of the story moons, especially boss battles, give you 3 moons, so sometimes they are useful depending. If they are on the way, they're usually good. They are usually fast or good to have. So after Cascade Kingdom, we go to Sand Kingdom. Sand Kingdom is, I think it's one of the biggest kingdoms in this game. It's really big, and that's pretty cool because there are a lot of possibilities. I've seen a lot of routing changes for this kingdom since it came out, and it's pretty cool to see uh, how we runners have uh, grabbed some runes and they change it for other ones. And right now there are some important things going on. First of all, we grab this seed and put it in that thing. uh, I don't remember how it works. I think every hour that passes in real time, like when you hit a certain time o'clock, the plant grows. So that's the whole thing about setting the time before. You set it so that when you get here, you uh, you get there when the hour changes. It's kind of difficult and kind of scary because if you fail something big and you lose a lot of time, you might miss this time. And if you do it like this, like a Futurerunner did it pretty good. If you do it like this, it's really fast because it's there. And now, okay, we continue. We need to. Also, this bird is also on a cycle. So every time you load the world, it's gonna be there pretty much. So you're always gonna catch it. And this is the hardest moon in the game. It's so hard to get it sometimes. Even if you have Rumble, like Rumble tells you that there's a moon there, and you ramp on, but sometimes it just doesn't work. And right now, as you can see in the top left part of the screen, it tells you how many moons do we have and how many moons do we need. Oh, here's a cool thing. We're gonna try to leave Cappy there, grab this moon, shake the controller, and see if we can catch the bullet bill. Oh, we didn't get it. But the thing is there that you wouldn't need to climb this because you will catch the bullet bill, and it's a cool strat. I really like seeing it, but it's really hard. He was very close of getting it. And now we actually need like, a bullet bill to cross to get across the desert. This one is kind of tricky. Sometimes just okay. Like if you don't let the bullet bill, if you don't get out of the bullet bill, you get against the wall and sometimes you fall. Oh, I didn't know this. That's pretty cool. To get there, it usually needs. You could get hit with a bullet bill, but this one is probably faster and probably easier. I don't know. Getting with the bullet bill is awful. So yeah, this game is all about finding the fastest moons available. So the routing is pretty interesting and it's changed a lot over time. So and this game has such good movement. I know I haven't explained a lot, but um, I like this game because for people that just want to play it casually, it's pretty fun. But also, if you want to get into it, you can. If you want to know everything about the movement of this game, it's very complicated. There's a lot of things you need to learn. Now we only need one more moon. We need to get atop the screen. These three, okay. Here's another move that Mario can do with Cappy. If you do a circle, how do you call it? Yeah, if you do a circle with your D-pad, with your no, not D-pad, with your stick, and and throw with Cap, and throw with Cappy, you can do that spin thing. So there's a lot of movement I haven't explained a lot, so I'll try a little. Obviously, the basic movement is pretty much you throw Cappy with X or Y, and then you can do a dive. Well, actually, you can always do the dive. To to do the dive, you need to do a ground pound and then X or Y. So if you do a dive and Cappy is out, you can bounce in Cappy once in the air. So that's like the most basic movement in this game that you need to learn when you play the game, even casually. So basically, if you throw Cappy and then do a dive, you bounce in Cappy and you can do another dive, and you can get very far away with that. And another thing, I mentioned that rolling is the fastest way of movement on the ground, and that's true. But to if you do a ground pound, you can initiate it. I think fast. I think the spin is faster when you do it like that. But doing a ground pound is it's slow, but you can kind of buffer the spin, and the spin goes. I don't know if he got it. I think that's cool. Yeah, he really likes doing this clip. He activated that checkpoint. That's cool. I hadn't seen. I'm not very up to date with some of the modern strats, so sometimes I get surprised when I see something like that. So this world, it's Sea Kingdom. I don't even remember the name of it. This is one of the smallest kingdoms in the game. There are not a lot of stars here, and it's pretty fast. You don't need a lot. He might be skipping. Oh, he's skipping the boss actually because he could get one moon out of bounds. He doesn't need to do the boss fight. Usually we do that, and since he gives you three moons, it's really good. But also fighting the boss is kind of low, and all the cutscenes and all that. So it's faster to do it like this. Not by a lot, but yeah. Okay, so we move to the next kingdom. I don't remember which one is it. It's Wooded Kingdom, right? Okay, Wooded Kingdom. Wooded Kingdom is also a pretty large kingdom. There are a lot of moves we can get here. It's also kind of scary because at some points in the level, if you fall, there's like another world when you fall, and you cannot teleport out of there. You need to find the exit out. It's really annoying. So right now we're getting two super fast moons, like hitting the rocks and stopping the money. And I think right now it's the first time we're gonna be buying. Okay, in every world in the shop, you can buy a moon, and sometimes it's faster just to buy a moon because it's so right now it's like the shop is there, so it's okay. It costs 100 coins, so you need to take that into account into your routing. And with some precise, well, it's not super precise, but some pretty cool jump you can get here super fast. And we use this capture to get this one. Oh, he had a little trouble there. So there's probably a clip coming up. I guess he's gonna try it. He usually this guy usually tries all these things. Okay, there's a clip. Let's see if he can get nice. Ooh. Okay. Okay, he's struggling a little, but he can do it. It's kind of scary to do this because you can really see what you're doing. But if you do it kind of consistent like he did, you can save some time. So that's okay. I think we need to fight. I don't remember if we need to fight or if he's gonna do it, but we usually fight the boss here because it's kind of on the way. But it's also kind of slow, so let's see if he's gonna do the fight. He's a scary play. I mean, it's probably not scary for Futurerunner, but for me it's kind of scary because if you fall here, oh. If you fall here, he's trying to jump to the other way. If you fall here, you fall to the other section of the world that you cannot escape. So we kill the piranha plant, and if he gives you a moon, we're gonna get it later. There's another moon here. Oh. I don't know if he's gonna get the moon actually because no, okay, he's not gonna get it. Getting the oh, he fell. Ooh, oh, he almost got it. It's okay. I think it doesn't really matter right now. He only has 4 coins. The reason why he's not grabbing that moon might seem weird, but there's a long cutscene when you watch that moon. When you grab that moon. So and then you have to spawn the bridge to get to the other side, but you can just jump there. Well, not just jump. You need to know how to do it. It's a pretty cool strat, and it's a little precise. But he got it, no problem. On the second try. And now we get to the final section. There are another 2 moons here. And then there's the boss fight, and the boss fight gives you 3 moons. So the same with this guy, as I mentioned before, most of the actions that you can do with just the controllers are usually better if you do it with motion controller. I mean, if you do it with normal inputs, with control inputs, you can also it's usually better to do it with motion controllers. Oh, he's still gonna fight the boss. That's cool. I guess it's too slow fighting the boss and watching the cutscene. So they routed out most of the boss fights, it seems, except for the obligatory ones. There's a couple ones that you need to do. Yeah, usually if you don't have to fight a boss, it's usually faster to not do it. Right now, if there are 2 moons here, it's a pretty fast section, so it's probably a good idea to do all of this. And it doesn't matter when you grab the last moon because you can always warp to the Odyssey. Like if you can do this super fast, but if you lose a little some time, you're gonna mess up the cycle, so you might have to wait like he did. But it's okay. It was a pretty fast kingdom. Now we go to Metro Kingdom, or well, that's what the game tells you. But we have to do first Cloud Kingdom, which is not really a kingdom. It's more like a boss arena. And when we fight Bowser for the first time, this boss fight is actually not complicated, but has more to it than the other guys. So Bowser has this magical hat, and you can grab it. Oh, he almost lost it. You need to grab it and punch Bowser with it. It's more complicated than it looks because if you grab it and get too close to Bowser, Bowser just goes away. But if you grab it super near, as he is doing it, you can punch him immediately. So he's doing it super fast. If you do this casually, it will probably take you a little longer. So he does bonk. He bonks there, so he can grab it with no problem. And that's it. Three hits as usual for these games or Mario games. And this boss fight is gonna repeat later. So this was like the easy version, but even the quote-unquote hard version is not really hard. So after beating Cloud Kingdom, we get to Lost Kingdom. Is it Lost Kingdom? I think it's Lost Kingdom. The thing about this Lost Kingdom, if you get to a certain point in the stage, you lose Cappy for a while and you need to get it back. It's not super difficult to get it back or super low. But if you never, if you know where that, if you know where the, I forgot the name. There's a point in the map where if you cross that point, the cutscene activates. So if you never cross that point, it's okay. You never lose Cappy. So because of that, you can do this super fast. It's actually a pretty cool kingdom. It's not too large, and there are a lot of moons laying around. And you cannot see it too much, but doing the ground pounds, Futurerunner is doing them super fast, and that's because I kind of mentioned it before. But if you do a spin and do a ground pound while you're spinning, the ground pound is immediate. Like it doesn't do like the animation of the ground pound. So it's super fast to do it that way. And the good thing about this game is that you can buffer those. So if you do a dive, some frames before you land, you can buffer the spin, and when you touch the ground, it's gonna start the spin. He wanted to get out there, but he died. It doesn't really matter. Also, he's gonna probably go back to the Odyssey. Nice. So it doesn't really matter if he dies. Except he loses some coins, and it's a little slower, but hopefully those coins don't matter. by this point. And that was like a little detour before Metro Kingdom, and now we go to the Metro Kingdom, which is my favorite kingdom, and probably most people favorite kingdom. Sadly, we're not gonna see the festival because it's really slow to get there. Also, the festival is um, it's not very fast. So as I mentioned, you don't need to actually do the story missions. Just grab the number of moons. There are a lot of moons that you need here. As you can see in the top left screen, there are 20, I think. This is probably the biggest kingdom in the game. And right now it's in a weird state. Like it's nighttime and it's raining. The kingdom is not usually like this, but when you first arrive, you need to kill the boss. So this is another forced boss that you need to do. And when you kill the boss, you kind of unlock the complete kingdom. And it's such a big kingdom. There are a lot of moves that you can get here. So this is a pretty cool section that you usually need to use these elevators. But if you know how to jump, you can get pretty fast up there. And when you get up, well, first of all, there's a moon up there. But after that, you can just jump to the exit, which is a very scary jump. It's harder than it looks. It wouldn't be so hard if it wasn't for the camera. But he did it no problem. Now this boss fight is really not very good. The thing about this thing is, I don't know. It's kind of, the controllers for the tank are kind of weird, and you need to hit all of the parts of his body to complete a cycle. And if you take too much time, he's gonna. You need to wait for it to come back again. So it's very important that you hit all of its parts in one shot. Well, not in one actual shot, like more like before he gets out. And it's more difficult than it looks. So if you can do it in just 2 cycles, that will be the fastest. Okay, he got it. Yeah, that's the optimal fight. That was pretty cool. That was pretty good. And it's more difficult than it looks. I don't really like the tanks. Well, I like the tanks, but not for this fight. So after beating the boss in Metro Kingdom, we actually unlocked the actual Metro Kingdom. So we have now a lot of moons that we can get, and right now there's another cool trick, kind of what we did with the bullet bill. Okay, he's having some trouble getting into here. Uh, like you left Cappy near the electrical thing, and if you just shake the controller, it gets there. And this moon is you're supposed to get it with the RC car, but if you do just that, you get it faster. Than also the RC car is the controllers are kind of weird. Here's another one of those. I don't know if this has like a name, but it's just a lot. Like it's just a lot over the game. Right now, you could fall directly into the bench. He didn't get it, so he lost some seconds. Moving here, it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult to cut corners sometimes. Right now, we're probably gonna teleport out of here. Okay. So the story missions here is that you need to go with Pauline, and she tells you that she needs a band, and you need to find the musicians. And we're gonna activate um, that mission, but we're not gonna complete it because it's too long. It gives you like this cutscene. They are very long, but since the drummer is here, like okay, we're gonna get the drummer. Also the basis probably because we're gonna go to this section, and there's a moon here, but the bassist is also here. And every time you grab a musician, you get back to the city hall. So I guess you can save sometime, maybe. Okay, we have a little over half of it, so we're gonna teleport here to the top of the. Okay, he's trying. Oh, I think he didn't get the checkpoint. He probably missed. You need to get it when you are getting up for the boss fight. And he probably missed it when he went out. No, that's okay. Yeah, this checkpoint, he didn't grab it. So there's a moon here. He almost fell. Oh, and then he fell. Ouch. Okay. Okay, he's gonna grab this one. In the meantime, I don't know if I think this was he was supposed to grab this one after the other one. What are you doing? Okay, he's having some trouble here, but no big deal. There it is. Okay, now we get after all of that we get to the top of the city hall, and there's a moon there. Oh, if he can get there, please. Okay. And instead of just kind of using the pole as intended, you can jump and get faster. And now we drop to exactly where this moon is. And now there's another moon here. Nice. The good thing about these sections, like mini games, is that there are always two moons here. So like this one, since it's super short and super fast, you can get two moons super fast. And that was the last moon actually. So after this, we can get back to the Odyssey and go to the next kingdom. So the next kingdom, I think it's Snow Kingdom, which there is a pretty cool skip there. Well, I don't know if it's a skip. Well, you can get a moon earlier than expected, so I guess it is. But I don't know if he's gonna do it. It's kind of risky. Well, it's not risky. You don't die or you don't soft lock or anything. It's just hard to do. But other than that, the Snow Kingdom it's also a pretty small kingdom. There's not a lot of things to do. Especially now, it's also in a kind of incomplete state. I think some of the moons are not active right now. So in the overworld, you cannot get a lot of moons, but if you get to the underground city, whatever it's called, all the moons are there. He's trying to talk to Captain Toad. By the way, there's Captain Toad in every kingdom. He's always like, oh, I don't know how I got here. Here's a moon. So there are not a lot of options right now for moons, so we need to get that Captain Toad moon. And now that we get into the city, uh, well, there are some more moons that we can do. We're not gonna do again the story moons because they are really slow. You need to win a race to finish it. And we're gonna buy another star, another moon. No, we can get some other moons and before going to the kind of trials. Like the gimmick of this kingdom, well, to get to the race, you need to open the thing in the center, and to open those, you need to win. You need to get the stars in these four rooms. They're like trials, and as usual, there are always two moons here in each of these rooms. So we don't actually need to open the center thing. We don't actually need to finish the four trials. That will be very slow, also because of cutscenes and all that. Uh, but but as I mentioned, there are not a lot of moons available right now, and we're only missing 3 of them right now. So we might finish one more and get another one in other room. So that's only 2 cutscenes that we need to see. We need to watch instead of 4. Well, and the 5th one. For this one, I remember hearing that there was a way to get that moon without the Goombas. But I don't know how that developed or if that was true. But anyway, it's super easy and super fast to just get the Goombas. And now we need to get to that side, which usually you're supposed to go all the way around that. But it's actually super easy to do that jump, so it was probably intended. And now we need another moon, so we're gonna get into another section, and without completing it, yeah, he's gonna get okay. He's gonna get the cool star, the cool moon. So right here, there is a section that you cannot get there. You're not supposed to get there at all. You need to get there from another kingdom, but with some precise jumping, he can get here. Oh, that was so close. Yeah, it's very precise. It's very difficult. You need to understand how the physics work in this game, which, as I mentioned, is very complicated. It's not easy at all. But he can do it. Oh. Ooh, oh, barely. You can barely get there. It's really difficult. And as I mentioned, you're not supposed to get there normally. You need to get there through another kingdom. And that's Snow Kingdom. It's probably one of the most boring kingdoms, except for uh, that early moon. And after that, there's another kingdom I don't like. I really don't like these two kingdoms. Seaside Kingdom, which is kind of like a beach kingdom. The story missions in this kingdom are also super slow, so we're not gonna do them any of them at all. And luckily, there are a lot of options for grabbing moons. Oh, here's a cool one. Oh, by jumping here, there's a moon that it's high up there. I don't think this was supposed to be. You're not supposed to be able to grab this one just by jumping. You need to grab the octopus to let you fly, pretty much. But if you know what you're doing, you can get there, no problem. Here's another. Actually, there are a lot of moves where you need to supposedly grab the octopus. Like here, you're supposed to grab one of them and go all the way here and grab that moon, but by some precise jumping, which is not super precise. That one is actually easier to grab. You can skip most of the octopus. Well, in this route, you don't need the octopus, but you do need the fish. There are some moons that you can get as a fish, and also there is a clip later that you can do with the fish. So the fish is actually very useful in this kingdom. Okay, we're missing 3 more. Here's another one. And there's another one down here. There's like a maze, or mini maze. And there's a moon there. I think, but he's gonna do something. He's gonna do a clip here. For what I heard, it's not too difficult to do. But he can get that moon getting out of bounds. And if he doesn't get in the actual maze, if he can keep himself out of bounds, he can grab another moon. Oh, that was pretty good. I think he made it.
Hey,
Okay,
you
now.
guys, you want to see the first boss yet? I can skip the first boss. I will lose a little time, but I can skip the first boss. All the bosses for this section.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Sorry.
Can you see that? Do you want to see that?
I would like to see that.
I will do this.
Oh yeah, I remember what you're saying now. Okay, we're a little behind from you, so we're getting there. So yeah, you can skip the first boss fight in Luncheon Kingdom. Luncheon Kingdom is another one of the big kingdoms. Like it's not as big as Metro Kingdom or anything, but it has a lot. It needs a lot of moons, as you can see. Oh, he's struggling a little here. This jump is also kind of difficult. Yeah, as you can see, some of the jumps are like barely possible. So some of them are really you really need to know how the physics work in this game. Oh, he's wonking a lot. So actually, this game came out on October 20 something, like a week ago, like this week, on 2017. So it's 3 years since this game has released. Ooh. Okay, he's trying to not get into that platform because if he does that, he will activate the cutscene of the boss, and that's what he doesn't want to do. He wants to skip the boss, which is kind of a mini boss. But the thing is that the bosses that we really fight, um, I think you fight them 2 times if you do all the story missions. Oh, okay. I think it didn't work. So
Sorry, guys.
apparently the cutscene trigger is super big. I thought it was just there in the platform. It's okay. It's not a very difficult fight. Um, but he only gives you one moon, so it's not worth really. But it's okay. Like you don't actually need to beat the boss to unlock the rest of the kingdom. But the cutscene trigger is so big that you kind of need it. You're kind of forced to do it. So there's a lot of, I think, 18 moons in this kingdom. Again, doing the story missions is really slow. We might do some of them. Maybe the last one. Huh. He bonked there. I like that moon a lot. Like you can get it super fast. I love the movement in this game. It's really good when you learn or when you see someone that actually knows how to play like Futurerunner. It's pretty cool to watch. Oh, he was trying to grab the moon and also capture the fire thing. So since they're always in cycles, they always get out at the same time. You can catch it super fast. Oh, this one's pretty cool. You can skip some of the those things. Oh, okay. Okay, you can skip some of the things that throw your hat. And when you do it super fast, like he was doing it, it's pretty cool to watch. Oh, he fell again. Maybe he can recover. Okay. Ah, he cannot bounce. And it's really hard to do this optimally. You risk a lot because you are throwing your hat. Oh, you're throwing the hat and you're falling to the void. So if you fail, you just fall. But it's okay. Like this one is pretty good to grab because there are 2 moons here and it's really fast. Oh, he's skipping the fire thing. And maybe he's gonna not skip. He's not going to skip it. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, there's another. I think they patched it. You could grab the moon there without actually activating. By the way, this guy sucks. the hammer bro or the pan bro, whatever it was. He sucks. Like I think it's random how he throws the stupid pans. So it's really difficult to destroy the cheese. Well, not difficult. It's just kind of inconsistent. Like you can stay there and throw a lot, and it won't work. And these moons are part of the story that are unlocking more of the level, but they're necessary because of that, because they unlock part of the kingdom. So even though you have to watch the cutscenes, there it's kind of necessary. So whatever. Okay, we're missing the... Oh! Okay. We're missing 3 more moons. We need to get up here. Oh, okay. We're gonna grab the 3 moons of the boss fight. Well, it's not a boss fight, actually. Oh! That's okay. So, the good thing about this one is there are 3 moons, and it's not a boss fight, it's just grab the moons and you're done. And it returns you to the Odyssey as a bonus, I guess. So we are done with Luncheon Kingdom. That was kind of the last standard kingdom that we're gonna do in this route. After this, we go to... no, it's not Bowser Kingdom, it's the Ruin Kingdom for another boss fight. So, Ruin Kingdom is another one that is pretty much... Ah, no, it's Bowser first, right? Ah, you try to go to Bowser, but then they stop you, I think. Okay, yeah, we go to the Ruin Kingdom, and there's... it's really not a kingdom, it's just like a boss arena, like Cloud Kingdom. The boss is pretty cool. It really took me by surprise when I first played the game. It's not that difficult, like most of the bosses in Mario games are not difficult. So you need to wait for him to get down, so you can get on top of his head. You do a damage boost because he's doing like electric, that electric thing. And you need to grab those things in his head, and you can ground pound. So that's the basic idea, and you can just repeat it. And you just need to repeat it 3 times. Luckily, there are like backup hearts in case you're not feeling safe or you take too much damage. So it's really not that scary. Actually, there's a boss fight that is actually difficult and more complicated than your usual Mario boss fight, which is on the next kingdom. I'm gonna get to that. And that was it. That was the dragon from Ruin Kingdom. It gives you 3 moons, and we need 3 moons to get out of here, so we cannot really skip this boss fight. It would be pretty cool if you could, because it's really slow. But I think you can only get 1 more right now in this kingdom, so you cannot get three moons without fighting the boss. And now we go to Bowser Kingdom, which is it's pretty interesting because it's kind of it's more linear than the other kingdoms. But it's more linear as in to get to the boss fight that we need to get to. You need to follow the same path always, like you cannot go around or whatever. So you need to follow a straight line, but on the way you need to get some moons, because even though the screen doesn't tell you, you need a certain number of moons. So right now, that's the objective. Like you need to defeat the boss, and you also need a certain number of moons. That's a pretty cool skip. Like, you usually need to grab the birds to get up there. Oof. I don't like those jumps. They are always very scary. And you need to grab these story moons. Well, we actually do all the story moons here because it's necessary. And also, like, you grab one of them and and you unlock like the rest of the level anyway. So there are not a lot of things to say here. We need to get the moon shards to get a moon. But there is also another moon here, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe it was not here. So this game has come has evolved in a pretty interesting way because at the beginning of the game, I followed not super close, but I kind of followed some of the progress this game has had over the years. And it's pretty cool, like how it started, how they perfected all the movement and the routing and all that. And it's pretty cool because at some point it was um, like everybody believed that doing a run under an hour was impossible, and that eventually changed to, well, it's not impossible, but it's very hard. And right now, I think there are not a lot of runners that have achieved sub 1 hour in this game. But the fact that they did is pretty cool. Oh, there are a lot of runners actually. There are 16 runners already that got a 59. I know, under an hour because the world record is 57:54. That's insane how they got a 57 already. Like, we're really past that mark, and so yeah, just imagine what kind of things you need to do to get a sub 1 hour. We're close to the end of the game, so you need to, but you need to improve a lot. Like Futurerunner is very good, but yeah, he's going there, but he still needs to practice some more and do more attempts. So that was kind of like, well, you need to fight those guys again. Well, one of them for the first time in this route. They're not very difficult, not very interesting. Ooh, oh, that was scary. Oh, he missed the move. Yeah, you usually need to get these. Oh no, that's the way of getting here. I thought it was like a skip or something. Ooh, he almost fell there. He's about to die, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, now you actually need to grab the bird. The bird lets you climb walls. And there are two big walls here, so you really need. You cannot skip it right now. Okay, you can skip the first one. And grab another one. Okay, I think, sorry, I think this was the last. Ah, yeah, it was the last section. So here comes. It is my favorite boss here. Casually, you need to use the bird, which is my favorite character in this game. But if you, well, you still need to use it, but not as much. Oh, he's not gonna use it at all. There are other strats. You need to get on top of the Mecha Brutal first. He throws you away, but you can get it. It's not that difficult. Oh, he missed the bounce there. So I don't know if he can get back normally or if he's gonna need to grab the bird. Is he dying? Okay, I guess he wants to retry from the beginning. So yeah, the strat is that well, the fight, like the intended way of fighting Mecha Rudel is you need to wait for him to stop all his attacks, and you need to destroy the metal parts with the bird. Well, with the bombs, you need to use the bird. After that, he falls to the ground, and you can climb it, and you break one of the crystals or the glass, and you need to repeat it. So it's very long to do it. It's very tedious because the cycles are very long, especially like not the first one, but especially the last one. But you can just jump like he's doing it, and you can get back to the brood without falling. Oh my god, that was so close. Okay, he at least got 3 now. Well, 2. It's kind of difficult because when he's moving, if you jump, you can fall because obviously he's moving. So you kind of need to wait for it to stop. And there's another one that he failed. That's great. I don't know if he failed. Okay. He's just missing one. He can do this. I hope. Oh, he actually can get up there. Because he never destroyed that. That's cool. Oh, it's kind of difficult to get back, like to do a backup of the fight. You need to improvise, I guess. And usually, if you fail on your PV on PV pace, you probably just reset because it's very long. But okay, he missed the last one, but it was a good fight anyway. So that's probably one of the best Mario fights. Like all of the Mario fights are usually very easy, very simple. Just jump on them in their head 3 times. That's usually it. So, but this boss is a little more complicated, so that's cool. And that was Bowser Kingdom. And now we go to the last kingdom, which is the Moon Kingdom, which is just the moon. Like, there's nothing actually in the Moon Kingdom, only a church and a cave. So there are not a lot of things to say about Moon Kingdom. Well, there are some of them actually. You're supposed to get to the top of the cave, and to get to the top of the cave, you need to get inside the cave and do a lot of things inside. So it's very slow to do it that way. Luckily, there's a way to get out on top of the cave, and I like that this skip was probably the first big skip of this game. It was probably found the day the day it launched, and it's a good thing that they didn't patch it out because it's a pretty convenient skip, and it's super easy to do if you want to learn it. Okay, first we need to get to the cave. Oh. Yeah, so okay, I guess also something different about this kingdom is that you have like this low gravity thing, which is more annoying than anything. So here's a Sphinx that you can talk to him or whatever. But, you can use it to jump here and do this specific setup and just get here. So this is the exit of the cave. We just got here instead of doing all the trials inside the cave. Like, optimally doing the trials inside the cave is probably very, I don't know, kind of complicated. It's pretty cool that you can skip all of that. And now we go to the final boss fight, which is Bowser again, and he does the exact same thing. So right now he needs to let Cappy kind of grab the hat without taking it to you, so you can get close to Bowser. Because if you grab the hat and attempt to get close to Bowser, Bowser gets out of there. So this fight is pretty. It's pretty easy. Just do the same thing 3 times, except that he throws fire. The hitbox of the fire is so stupid. Like, sometimes you think you didn't make it, and it's so hard to get hit. That's what it is. You really need to try to get hit by it. And that was a fight. Okay, so this is the last section of the game. So I don't know. Well, the time stops when you get into the last electrical pole. Well, not when you get into it, when you get launched to the earth. So I'm gonna be mentioning it, but I don't know if whoever's gonna stop the time. Just be ready. So the last section is you use Bowser. And he's very overpowered. I don't know why he doesn't do that when he fights Mario. But he destroys everything. And you can even play with him in a 2D version. Oh, that's not good. That's Cave. Yeah. These 2D sections, I don't. I like them, but trying to go fast. Okay, here we go again. It doesn't really matter at this point. We're in the last section. We're about to finish the game, so whatever. So you can do kind of a little skip here, like doing a triple jump and timing it so that the triple jump comes in that block. You can get on top of here. Oh, he failed. Well, it was not the same thing. Oh. It's really, it's weird. The controls are weird for the 2D versions. He tried to jump and fire and throw the fire at the same time. Oh, he's having some trouble with this section. Okay, let's see how it goes. Yeah, he's taking it a little slower now. Okay, that was the hard part, so it's okay. Okay, we got to the last sections. We're probably clear now. So Bowser can throw these the fireballs. If I remember correctly, by shaking the controller, he can destroy this thing. He's super powerful, dude. And here comes the anime song. Yay! Okay, time is about to finish. We need to destroy these 4 pillars and then go to the center of the room. No sé, Futurerunner probablemente quieras tú decir tiempo cuando acabes, porque nosotros vamos un poco atrasados.
Ok, va. Tiempo. Fine.
Ok, perfecto. Ya tenemos que acabar, pero ahorita lo vamos a ver acá en el stream.
This section is not too difficult, but I'm so bad in this game. I lost like 1 minute, and the last for each death I lost 1 minute, I think.
Yeah, it's a lot because you need to start the level over again. But GG's anyway. It was a good run with some
I think
minor problems.
I tried to get all the escapes, all the glitches, and I think I do so much just for you guys for watching this. And thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.